A visit to the Gold and Sunshine Coast is an exciting travel adventure. Arriving in Brisbane Domestic Airport from Perth after a Jetstar flight, we picked up our new Audi rental vehicle. From the domestic airport, it's about a 90-minute drive to Surfers Paradise South, over the Brisbane River on a large toll bridge, and then along the M1 or Pacific 4-lane freeway. We pass a truck fire and a car accident. Soon we reach Surfers Paradise and pull up at our hotel, the Astralis Sovereign. Located only about 1 block from the beach, there is a lovely room for the disabled, a suite with separate lounge room and bedroom. We begin exploring Surfers Paradise with a walk to the beach. As the name implies, Surfers Paradise does have a lovely sand beach and a large surf. Commonly known as Miami of the Gold Coast, the precinct is filled with very large 50-story buildings. However, shopping is the main activity. The Gold Coast attracts tourists from all over the world. With direct flights to Shanghai, there were lots of Chinese visitors. With Skoolie Week in December, Year 12 graduates from all over Queensland descended on the Gold Coast to party. One of the popular tourist attractions in Surfers Paradise is visiting the Q1 building, a tall 78-story building which stands well above the rest. It's truly a remarkable building, 3 times higher than the pyramids and higher than the Eiffel Tower. You may watch by a video camera and a monitor on the roof as you quickly climb to the 78th floor for an absolutely stunning view of Surfers Paradise, particularly if viewed by time-lapse photography in the evening. It's well worthwhile enjoying an entire day, or perhaps even 2, if you go to Warner Brothers Movie World on the Gold Coast. Hollywood Stunt Drivers is a marvelous show. A team of highly skilled drivers demonstrate their skills in hair-raising activities. The large roller coaster Superman Escapes is not for the faint-hearted, accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than 2 seconds. SeaWorld is a large, highly interesting and exciting theme park. A large resort hotel is located there, and breathtaking views are available from helicopter trips. One of the interesting shows is A Lot of Baloney, featuring a highly intelligent and well-trained walrus. The trained dolphins put on an astounding performance. The large aquariums give a good idea of underwater sea life. From Surfers Paradise, we did an hour's drive east to Tamborine, noted for its fine wines and tourist cafes and resorts. We enjoyed a fine meal at the Police Place with the Galas and had a magnificent view of Surfers Paradise in the distance from the large escarpment. From there we drove another hour to Jupiter's on the coast. It's famous as the Gold Coast Casino, and we enjoyed a beer and the scenery rather than gambling. Jupiter's does boast of some great shows, such as this Africa production. It's possible to take a monorail connection from Jupiter's Casino station down to the shopping area and on to the beach. Like all Australian beaches, there is a wide, fine strip of white sand and excellent surfing. Surfers Paradise can be seen in the distance. From the beauty and the wildness of the ocean, we decided to head on for a 2 or 3 hour drive south to New South Wales and the tourist town of Byron Bay. It's not a large town, but the beauty and the rolling, lush landscape has attracted tourists to an alternative lifestyle. There's no question that real estate values have been rising steadily in this small town. We enjoyed a coffee and a lovely meal, as well as doing a bit of shopping. One can tell by the shops that Byron's Bay is a surfer's paradise. During the 1970s and 80s, a lot of hippies settled in Byron's Bay, and this is reflected today by many of the shops that are distinctly alternative. It is, of course, the sun, the surf, and the sea that attract many people to this idyllic community. Byron Bay is the most easterly point of Australia, and coastal shipping is warned by a large lighthouse. From the beaches and surfing of Byron Bay, we decide to head east into the hill country and the rainforest of the alternative town of Nimbin, New South Wales. Even smaller than Byron Bay and nestled within substantial hills, Nimbin boasts of a distinctly pro-marijuana culture with an annual Mardi Gras. At this event, a parade features a gigantic joint and a bong. The Mardi Gras attracts large numbers of young tourists from all over Australia. The only accommodation is the Nimbin Hotel, a large old Federation structure dating back to the 1920s or 30s. Tourists are catered for by the Hemp Bar. We rejected an offer to buy marijuana on the streets, but noted that the cook of our Indian restaurant was distinctly stoned. From the alternative culture of Nimbin, we drove back on a narrow, winding road at night in heavy rain to Surfers Paradise. The next day, we decided to head north to the beauty of the Sunshine Coast. We stay with a friend of ours, Kathy Scott, in the town of Sippy Downs. Sunshine Coast is marked by the beauty of the sea, substantial urban development along the coastline. The seaside development is backed by large hills and beautiful rainforest marked by nature trails. We visit the historic town of Landsborough, named after an early New South Wales and Queensland explorer from the 19th century. We visit the museum and learn about the early lumbering industry and railways. From there, it's only a short trip to the Australia Zoo, home to the crocodile hunter and his family. We enjoy a live display of trained birds, and a very dangerous-looking large crocodile. The echidnas, or spiny anteaters, were amusing. I'd be wary about trusting that tamed tiger. A fat wombat busies itself digging a tunnel. A new display at the Australia Zoo, opening in 2012, is the Africa World, featuring a large number of new animals. Located in Sippy Downs, near my friend Kathy Scott's house, is the University of the Sunshine Coast. Kathy operates a 6-bedroom boarding house, which is usually filled with university students. We do a one-day car excursion up to Budarai, home of the ginger factory. I learn everything I want to know about the history of ginger in Budarai and its production from a root to a confectionery. They use a computer with an automatic sensor to sort the ginger into different sizes and qualities. The best part of the tour was the free ginger and ginger ice cream at the end. Of course, we bought a large bag of ginger seconds at a reduced price prior to leaving. Another tourist place located at Palmview near Sippy Downs on the M1 is the Yetamoga Pub. Based on a cartoon character by Ken Maynard, the pub is famous throughout Australia and has been copied several times, including one in Western Australia in Cunderton. We greatly enjoyed a couple of pints of beer with our friend Kathy Scott at the Yetamoga Pub. Unfortunately, it was soon time for our 1-hour evening drive back to the airport of Brisbane to catch our Jetstar flight back to Perth. It was a great 2-week holiday in the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. We returned our car to the underground car park and waited an extra 4 hours for a delayed flight. Thank you for joining us on this trip, and have a great day.